This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
You know, when it's on the topic, it sounds so obvious, as if we don't need telling. It doesn't need any telling. But today you want to tell us about signs I am dating a fair weather lover and a quitter. First of all, how come I don't already know?
Yes, and do you remember what you said?
Yeah.
That there are so many emotions that are involved in choosing a partner, and that's why we usually get it wrong many times.
Yes.
As opposed to choosing other things that are also important in life.
Yeah.
When you're making other decisions, you find it easier to switch to objective reasoning. When you're selecting a house, you're more likely to analyze it objectively.
Yes.
You can find help among friends. There's a way you can stretch yourself when you're evaluating something inanimate.
Yeah.
But when it is you looking for a lover and there are all these butterflies, jiggles, the mist, the fog of love make it very hard to see things clearly.
Yeah.
The worst decisions in life are emotional decisions. When you're influenced so much by emotions towards a certain direction, that's when we usually make the most mistakes. Today I want to tell you what is not obvious. How you might tell, because during dating you may not encounter big problems to see whether the person will quit.
Yeah.
So how can you tell
whether
when big problems come, whether they are there just for happiness, you know? I hope you know that life is more of a war than it is a playground. The world is a battleground more than it is a playground.
I want a playground.
Many playboys and playgirls just want play.
Yeah.
And we marry full of ideas of romance, full of the feelings of fun.
Yes.
And we end up marrying tourists, not travelers. Tourists looking for fun, pleasure.
Yeah. And
exploration around. Just
luxury.
Yes.
Leisure.
So that tourist in the love world is like, you're interesting. And they can romance you a lot because they specialize in romance.
Yeah.
Most people whom you end up marrying will not be the most poetic or romantic you ever met. They don't specialize in poetry. They don't specialize in romance. They will specialize in life. Yes, they will be romantic. Yes, towards you, but there are others who can charm you faster because they are specialists in charms.
Yeah.
They can enchant a snake. They will enchant you. This one is a real person doing real life.
Yeah.
So a traveler has a destination of doing life with you, a destination of marriage, a destination.
Yeah. So
the confusion when we are searching here, we are using the same language. I love you too. You are so lovely. You're so wonderful. You too. I like you. So interesting. We use the same language.
Yes.
But the objectives are very different.
Yes.
Today we want to give you the telescope with which you may zoom into the objective.
Okay.
How you can tell the capacity, the texture of this person's vibe.
Yeah.
Early on, before you even start. Because most marriages don't end up wrong, they start out wrong.
Yeah.
We isolate the whole world and we go out there alone and we are overwhelmed by feelings and we start an impossible thing.
Yeah.
And then we start building our lives honestly. Honestly.
For sure.
With all sincerity, in exactly the wrong place. If you want something that can stand the test of time, test it against logic first, test it against principles first, test it against truth first, test it against voices of reason first.
Yeah.
The test of time is very slow. You want the test of principles first. It will be 10 years before you test the test of time. You don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah, true. Sometimes I think we test the test of principles, and then the person gets 9 out of 10. So
No,
we're like,
previously in my generation, we were not testing against principles. It was, we made to think it's guesswork.
yeah,
The general public views, nobody knows what works, just try, no point to thinking, blah, 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 blah. Anybody who tests against principles is ready for disappointment. Because the person you have fallen for will fail against principles.
yeah. So sometimes it seems like majority of the people that will be tested against principles will fall slightly short. So we excuse that
Yes.
1 out of 10.
And it's not slightly short when you are seeing an engine sign flashing at the car.
Yeah,
That's not a slight fall.
yeah,
We are not asking for perfection. We are asking for much. We are asking for people to be equally yoked, for people to have similar objectives, not to be deceived by principle. This person, by principle, could not give you what you're looking for, but you will be deceived yourself into thinking they can.
yeah, yeah.
It's very heart-wrenching when you see a well-meaning person deceived for life.
It is. It's heart-wrenching. It is.
You know, a sincere person who, it just looks so unfair,
Yeah,
frustrating,
yeah,
you know. Number one, to know, even before you go very far, is when they are irritated by delayed gratification, patience, and process, the core values that you live by, they oppose them. Again, beliefs predict behavior.
beliefs predict behavior.
You may not have enough time to watch this person behaving because you're not in their space. But you can sound out their beliefs.
Yeah,
Lily, stop taking lately opinions. Opinions tell you what to expect from this person.
yeah,
We had this skill of creating scenarios for the person to tell you what they think.
yeah,
If you want to know what they would do, create a situation that your friend was in that situation, let them give
Yeah.
you their opinion.
yeah,
Your conversations, when they're flowing naturally, they'll cover most of the ground.
yeah,
But you may want to know what their view is.
yeah,
How does the average man date? The average man has been told to get an average woman and keep her on a tight leash. Keep her in a space, don't let her know what you're thinking. Women are not to be trusted.
fear women.
You know, every day take a moment to fear women. You cannot live by fear. I need a woman to go to my destiny. How can I fear my destiny helper? I just need to know how to
Yeah.
identify her. You
Yeah.
don't need fear, you need faith. Believe in yourself and get the right facts. My friend,
Let me repeat what you said.
Yes.
You don't need fear, you need faith. Believe in yourself and get the right facts.
yes. Let me tell you, the right woman is destiny helper. The wrong woman is destiny destroyer. These people keep saying fear women because they went at women selfishly thinking they can control them. Then they got bigger thugs than themselves. Pwagu kapata pwaguzi. They just failed at their con games. You
Yeah.
cannot generalize, sons of this.
Yeah,
No, people are not the same. One of the things, when you see that a person is against the principles that define how you live, even if you marry them, one day they will be presented an opportunity.
yeah,
And because they don't buy into that principle, they will take it. When a person says, because of you, I'm willing to wait, waiting is not in their beliefs. They're just changing their behavior temporarily to take you in.
it's not me who is special.
Because of you, I'll go to church. They don't believe in church. They don't believe in that kind of faith. They're just adjusting to take you in. Because of you, I'll do the marriage. I'll do the wedding. They will not have done the wedding. They don't believe in those commitments, and that's why they don't honor it. You think you're very powerful. They are changing because they've loved you.
yeah,
Principles don't change, don't work like that. They must have lived by those principles before you showed up in the scene.
so now I walk away. Is that the solution?
Anytime a person is saying what is a core value to you, they will only adopt it temporarily for the sake of you. Is to tell you they're not changing, they're acting for the sake of getting you. The reason you keep tolerating people you don't share values is because you have low self-esteem. You don't think you can get another one. You want to make this one work, you're impatient.
Yeah,
There's a principle in selling premium products that says you must familiarize with no's. Just hearing no, no, no.
yeah,
One goal is to go for 10 no's in a row. to develop immunity
Yeah.
for the rebuff, just to learn how to hear the no, so that you stop fearing it. Because I was saying premium products usually stand for many other products. The guy who's selling Ferrari needs to sell only one, and he has covered his bills for a year maybe. You are selling common cars, you may need to sell very many. His philosophy of sales will not be the same as when he's selling regular cars.
Yeah.
He knows the majority of people in that city will say no. He must identify who to pitch to and not fear a no.
Yeah.
He knows where to cast his net. And those luxury cars don't run the ads on TV because TV is being watched by the people who don't comprise their clients. But they'll brand golf clubs.
Yeah.
They'll brand, they'll give you the free equipment.
Yeah.
They'll give you the sneakers, this. They'll go to where their potential clients hang out and display their presence there.
Yeah.
You're a premium product. You've worked on yourself so much. You're trying to marry a person who is also a premium product.
Wow.
A person who has value.
Wow.
Human beings are not just born with value. They acquire it. They're not born patient, they learn patience. They're not born faithful, they learn loyalty.
Yeah.
They're not born holding space for their feelings, controlling their temper, showing up, they say, keeping their word, being reliable, being committed, being sincere, being vulnerable, opening their heart. Those are not natural. Those are values we build ourselves. Don't listen to this nonsense. Oh, human beings are the same. Nobody is high value, nobody is low value. We are not the same. God created both. He said the rich and the poor, God made them all. He made them neutral. They made themselves rich, they made themselves poor. People make themselves of value, of no value. If time and chance, opening, given to all, how they use it.
I can't even repeat what you said. Just rewind and listen to that 10 times. That's powerful.
Yes, we are given time and chance, but it's how we handle it. How did this person handle their time and chance? Really be dogmatic. Check the last 10 years. Stop being too soft. Okay, when I was too lenient, I asked you to check 2, 3 years, 5 years. But if you are going far in life, the person who will take you there must have been intentional in adding value to themselves for at least a decade. I wish I was told that when I was starting dating. I would have saved me 80% of time wasted.
Really?
I thought pretty person who is single, who is learning, was a job. All those are candidates. That's what I thought.
So, give us an example of something you did that you felt, that you now see that in light of what you know now was a waste of time.
I did not put forward the language of self-improvement, self-enhancement, healing, working on your past, reconciling your emotions, unpacking. I did not put that in front. I thought you have a job, maybe you have the right age group, maybe you have you're a decent person. You're not drinking till you drop. My elimination criteria was so wide, I caught so many unqualified people, I got tired. Please narrow your elimination criteria. When I finally arrived, I realized, had I started by just checking out the person I was been spending the previous 5 years in my even.
Yeah.
Even the first conversation, chatting on my friend.
Yeah.
I had been beaten all around by mentorship, coaching, self-growth. I really had been cooked. How did I expect to flow with people who are not cooked? And I don't say we were perfect. We're just saying we had been intentional because it came from chaos.
Yeah.
Most African families were chaos. The previous generation, polygamy, absent father, no emotional language. Parents not validate their children. No language of love, no emotional connection, no present basic provision. House, school fees, food. I'm giving you food. What else do you want? You are better than most people. So nobody taught you to show up, to talk. So 90% of the people I met came from similar background as me, but they had not done anything to learn how to converse on a deeper level. It was so frustrating when you are trying. This was part of the problem I'm seeing today, and even that time we saw it, that most people are trying to date when they still don't believe in love. What are we doing? What are we doing, for example?
What are you doing, for example?
What? Why did you come all the way? Why are we talking? When you have started imagining this person and putting them in your, dressing them as your partner, he asks you, anyway, is love even a reality? What have you been talking about? Why are you wasting time? These people are so unprepared, untrained, that there are some things you don't argue about.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time you showed up here, you believe cars are real and you need them in it. You don't want the sale of cars to convince you what is the importance of a car in your life. That's too far.
Yeah. Yeah. Go fast. Heal. Let's try again some other time.
Please.
Yeah.
Those are questions you should have answered
Yeah.
and prepared money-wise.
Yeah.
Even the seller might help you decide between two cars, but they don't want to start telling you the difference between BMW, Toyota. No, my friend, this is what I have in stock. And does it work for you or not?
Yeah.
You know, I have found that a lot of time we are coming there with just raw desire. We have not deserved the partner we seek.
Oh my goodness.
In order to deserve, you must earn the credit.
Yeah.
You must become what whom you seek once. You must imagine they too have requirements.
Yeah.
And it is one of the things that I keep telling gentlemen, that you want a queen? Queens are not people you can just, a lot of young men, they don't know how to flirt, they just try. It's like they're asking for sex in every conversation. Sex.
Yeah.
Sex. It's such a put off for good ladies. They will leave you alone. It's such a discouraging thing. They see you are undisciplined.
Yeah.
When you see a pretty woman, you can't even compose yourself.
Yeah.
When we learned that back then, it was one of the hardest truths to swallow. You said you can find women to sleep with, but the queen who can take you to your destiny is not like that. Continue sleeping around, she will learn it and leave you alone.
Yeah.
They have their own covenants, personal. I paid the price to be who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not judging you, I'm just saying that's not my path. Please continue, you find your colleagues.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are screwed, the life keep telling you, don't judge me, nobody is perfect, everybody is judge. I'm not judging you, I'm just not engaging with you. This is not what I want. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I asked you why you keep judging boutiques. You keep walking there, you judge their clothes and you walk out. but when it comes to choosing partners and the package you want, everybody's a package. What they give you,
Yeah.
the whole package. You are allowed to say, when I evaluate, thank you very much. I would
Not
rather
for
not.
me.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So, everybody deserves love. No, everybody desires love. Not everybody deserves love. To deserve is to grow until you can accommodate healthy relationship.
That's powerful.
Everybody desires it. Everybody would like happiness, pleasure, support.
Yeah.
To have a good person by their side, being there for you. But do you have have you learned to say no to your feelings, to be faithful when you're out of sight? Have you learned it? Because it's not inborn. Children start by stealing sugar. You must teach them how to be faithful, not to steal sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.